Episode 235. That ticking sound means we've got the duty. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I was in a scramble just to hit the record button. But it worked out. We're starting the episode in the arm of the sun without having to fade to black right after we start the recording. Ideally, we can start a lot of these raid episodes sort of like this, if I do it right. This one's an interesting one. We kind of got to split up into two parties for the ad phase. Again, for that feeling of storming the castle. Luckily, there's a tank on this side, but even if there wasn't, it wouldn't really matter too much. You can still DPS them down. And then you join up with the other party anyway in a second. But then you split up again. Oh, you can like cross over to help out, I guess. But they already took care of it. I'll take the one in the back, don't mind me. Just kinda gotta walk through those spikes. And look at this. Some kind of city within Alexander. You can actually live inside this primal. Incredible, right? And down we go. It's that cat. And that guy. That's not just any goblin. You'd be forgiven if you didn't recognize them, but that's the goblin. The one we've been fighting all this time. Would probably make sense as a final boss, but here he is in floor 3 or whatever of tier 2 of the Alexander raids. Quick thinks all thoughts, the leader of the Illuminati. Not even the final boss of this tier. Fight's pretty interesting, if I remember it, which I kind of do. First of all, get away from this guy. Because the laser shoots out whoever gets marked by that. Now, someone got marked by that. Who? You're supposed to get away from this one, so you don't get grabbed by the claw, same as the person that got marked. Ideally, only one person gets grabbed for this, but I want to get put inside the cage. We can also help with the padlock, though. Get out faster. People on the outside can also help with the padlock. Oh yeah, I can heal myself with that. I just didn't want to walk through the spikes on no health. Oh, get away from that marker. And here the tanks also have to do the tank swap mechanic. As you can see, Chippy Choppa, great name, has a bunch of debuffs, which I guess are now gone, but you kind of have to swap off both. Swap tanks for that mechanic. And that cat is making true hearts, which heal the boss. We don't want that. It's very nice of the cat and all, but don't heal the boss, please. I think it's gonna hit the boss. Nope, we got it. There are a bunch of these different cages, and also apparently a giant rolling ball. I think we only get to see a few of these cages since our DPS is high. We're gonna group up with Chippy Choppa. Again, put inside the cage. Some of these are good to be inside the same cage as whoever gets put inside to help them out. Some of them aren't. We're gonna go inside the cage as much as we can, just to see everything. These guys do like a knockback thing that push you into the icy walls and freeze you, but we kill them so quickly it doesn't matter. Who's got the sizzle beam? Damn, we got hit by that. Wasn't paying attention to the marker. And now we're going with Aria. In we go. So this one's pretty simple. You just gotta stand on these gas things so that everyone else inside the main arena don't get gas on them. I don't know how these vents work to make that happen, but it works that way. We're just taking the gas so everyone else doesn't, I guess. The fun thing about those cages, they're sort of designed for whoever gets grabbed by the claw. The claw targets a specific role, sometimes a tank, sometimes a DPS, sometimes a healer. That last one, the poison one, was meant for a healer, so the healer could just stand on the gas and heal themselves. And then I guess the ice one was meant for a tank because they could grab aggro on the guys and maybe like avoid knockback, but I guess a DPS can do that too. Other ones are simply just defeat the guys fast enough with high DPS or something, I think. Or I guess the fire one, you're supposed to wait while the guys on the outside do all the DPS. Because every time you do an action in the fire, you take damage. I just happened to do some research on this while waiting for the queue to pop, so that's why I know off the top of my head all the rules. And I know a little bit about the next one too, but we'll get to that when we get to it, I guess. For now, we defeated QuickThink's All Thoughts, the boss of the Illuminati. Already? That was fast. It's barely been 7 minutes in the episode. So what now? He's dead, right? We win? And everyone left. That's fine. I'm glad they didn't open up the chest though. So the Master of the Illuminati carries himself, came flying in to drive you out? Ha ha, sounds like you got him worried. We must be getting close. So what, did his prophecy tell him to do that too? To lose embarrassingly against us? Ah, Komoy, I hear you made short work of QuickThink's flying machine. He'll surely think twice before barging into the shortstop uninvited again. I don't suppose he has any reason to come here anymore. He already has his missing piece. Poor Round Rocks. If the Illuminati have harmed her, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, we're off to rescue Round Rocks. I guess we haven't done that yet. Maybe she's further in. I'm sure that's what we're gonna hear from Backwix in a second. Pishkaw, Uplander sends QuickThink scurrying. Illuminati think twice before threatening us again. Uplander is nearly to left arm. Next Uplander must push forward into inner parts and save Round Rocks. It started raining right before the queue popped, which is unfortunate. It means we're getting it now in the cutscene. Congratulations on your victory over QuickThink's. While you were busy dismantling his flying machine, I finished charting Alexander's interior. The chamber you reached is situated in the innermost part of the left sector, which means your next aim should be... Pishkaw, Backwix does not trust Treasure Hunter. 3 years ago she summoned Metal Giant. Backwix wonders if she still wishes to finish mission of dead comrades. At least someone's saying it. I do not blame you for doubting me. Truth be told, my former mentors often stressed... What is she saying? Truth be told, my formers... Oh. That were... Okay, got it. The grammar there, I had to read a bit ahead to get it. Truth be told, my former mentors often stressed that were the unthinkable to happen, it would be my burden, as the youngest, to carry on their work. But building the Codex's perfect world was their dream, not mine. I only borrowed it. As long as I was with those I held dear, I could happily have devoted myself to any cause. That's an interesting mindset. You were happy to be with them, you held them dear, but not their ideals. So even though they were so gung-ho about this perfect world thing, you don't want to take it up for them? Not that kind of love? Seeing their passion, their joy, that was what filled me with resolve. And it was that which drove me to collect the pieces of the Codex. All their talk of learning and reason, of justice and perfection, meant little to me in itself. I sometimes wonder why I was able to read the Enigma Codex in the first place. Mayhap it was because my youthful mind was a blank slate, receptive to any ideal, if put convincingly enough. The perfect world, unimaginable, except by someone who can't imagine it, or something like that. In the end, of course, it didn't matter. The primal took my friends' passion, their joy, and their idealism, and ground them into dust. Though I survived, my commitment to the cause did not. But simply I had no need for a perfect world without them to share it. So believe me when I tell you that I did not seek Alexander's return to realize the dreams of the dead. I only wished to see him again. Meaning your leader? The section of Alexander you have been exploring is called Midas, after a king from a legend of Eld. Midas entreated the gods for a finger that would turn all he touched into gold, and the gods duly obliged. But in his carelessness, he transformed the one he loved most in the world into a lifeless golden statue, and thus the thing he coveted became his undoing. So it was with me and mine. Had we but paused for a moment to consider the means, and not simply the end, mayhap my friends would still be alive. But we did not, and they are gone. My one remaining wish is simple, to speak with the man I love once more. If I could do that, I would be satisfied. There. I've told you everything. Assuming no one else wishes to question my motives, I would speak of Roundrox's rescue, as was my original intent. Now listen well. Alexander is divided into 3 main sectors, or sections, each powered by an independent core. You have already fought your way to the innermost part of Midas, the left arm. The core lies only a little way beyond, but you may be sure that the Illuminati will have deployed the bulk of their forces to defend it. So we already destroyed or deactivated the core on the right side, is that what she's saying? Hold on a minute. Why would they choose to keep Roundrox there? The cores are just the power sources. You are correct, and the answer is, they wouldn't. Roundrox is most likely being held within Alexander's upper body, but the Illuminati have locked the entrances from either arm, making it impossible to enter. Our only choice is to stop the core, and in so doing stop Alexander. I see. Why, that's actually rather clever. The Illuminati need Roundrox to control the Primal, but if it can't move, they'd have no need for her. At the very least, they'll have no choice but to keep her safe, until the Primal is in working order again. Activating those cores would have used up every crystal the Illuminati had. If we destroy the second one, I doubt they'll have enough to get them operational again. Ishkar, do Uplanders truly think Metal Giant can be toppled? Mide, our path is clear. We shatter the Illuminati's last line of defense, and disable the core housed within Midas. In the depths of my despair, with the loss of my friend still fresh in my mind, I would have given anything to take back what we had done, even if it meant my own life. But the world does not work like that, and even if it did, it is not what my beloved would have wanted. They tell me the Illuminati have been up all hours, ferrying raw materials to Alexander. Seems the thrashing you gave old Quick Things didn't do much to dampen their spirits. I reckon that means we're in for a battle and a half when we get to the core. Still, there's not those goblins can build that you can't break less. At least I hope there isn't. We'll soon see, I suppose. Either way, when you're ready, me and Wedge will follow with Mide. I cannot bear to think what the Illuminati might be doing to Roundrocks, but as long as Mide has the final codex fragment, she shouldn't be in any real danger. Should she? I expect the Illuminati will have seen through Mide's ruse by now. But if they dare to try, and take the real codex fragment, I will jolly well stop them, one way or another. I believe in you. We believed in you last time when we entrusted Roundrocks to your care, but we still believe in you. And now, I guess we're going inside, just based on the picture here, the test. Like each of these pictures here, they indicate where you're going in the raid. Talked about this during the last tier of raids. And here we are inside that arm. And yeah, I guess the last part of this raid, which was against like the big mini castle within Alexander, which is not very descriptive. There's like a lot of those. We fight a lot of mini castles inside Alexander, who himself is a giant castle, but whatever. What I'm trying to say is that we fought the big whatever thing inside the chest, on the left side, or the right side, Alexander's right side, which is where the core was. Then we went through here, and then here, and we were just in there. Whatever that picture is, it's kind of hard to tell. I guess it's the arm, that's what the title is, but I can't really tell how that entire city we saw would be just inside that one arm, but I guess it is. And we don't have the next one unlocked, but I'm pretty sure it's this picture right here. Alexander's left side, which I guess we can't get into from the right side of his chest, somehow. Maybe they locked the door or something. But yeah, that's where the core is, the second of 3, apparently. Fishkaw, treasure hunter, truly believes soul of lost love seeps in metal giant. Madness. But Backrix does not doubt resolve to rescue Roundrocks. Go with Mide deep into Midas, and deactivate second core. I just realized that the name Mide might be meant to evoke the name Midas. Probably. That's why they call her that, why they designed her name like that. Maybe. But do not underestimate Illuminati. Day and night, they bring supplies into Steel Fortress. Backrix suspects Illuminati are tinker-making new weapons. Burden of the Sun. This is a good one. As soon as we can get inside of it. It actually took a while before the episode even started to get the duty roulette to pop off. I think around 20 minutes or something like that. I was just kind of standing here on this rock. I even got the perfect shot to open up the episode with. And I think it was still a pretty good shot, but it was raining just as soon only a few seconds after, or a few seconds before, the damn duty roulette popped, it started raining. I mean, this is still a good shot in the rain and all. I guess I kind of like that, the imposing silhouette. But again, you can't really see the detail in the darkness of the rain, which is what I like, but I guess you do get the benefit of seeing the head most of all, like the dark silhouette with the creepy glowing eyes through the rain. That's the main appeal of this version of the shot. Whatever. Well, we're gonna wait. And maybe by the time we actually get into the raid and out of it, it'll stop raining. We'll see. Another mini castle, kind of similar to what we fought at the end of the first here. It was actually a quick queue this time. It actually surprised me, only like 4 minutes even. It's probably still raining out there, isn't it? Get out of the way of the Mega Beam. Selena did not. Neither did Kaito. Perpetual Ray. Don't stand in front, I think. No, wait, that's a Tank Buster, which does a debuff. Execution, huh? Oh, get rid of these, I guess. I actually forgot about those. I don't know if I ever knew about them. And again, don't stand in front when it does the Mega Beam. They're gonna learn eventually. And its HP is almost done. Too fast, right? That's because there's more. They're back. From last episode. Now the tanks are supposed to split these up. Hopefully... Well, I guess they can stand next to each other without any problems, it's just that their attacks are kind of hard to... They might be a problem, we'll see. Okay, that's like the double laser, so we have to share that attack? I tried. I guess I could have helped with the tactician. A little bit late to activate that. And there are the other two. I guess they can stand next to each other. I just always separated them myself. Maybe I was doing it wrong. Alright, so we are high, so we want to be low. I couldn't tell just from the icon. Alright, those guys drop, and then... Oh, the guy's dead, so okay. The part 2 to that attack, we don't see. They're supposed to rush forward, just like the last episode, after they land, those little duplicates. But we're just that quick with DPS. And yet, we're not done. The best part is just coming up. Form Megazord. No, it's Brute Justice. It has its own theme song. And what a good one it is. Oh, stank on that. I don't think I got there in time. I guess I did. And don't stand in front of the apocalyptic ray, especially when you're solo on house like me. Just in general, try not to be in front of the guy. He has a lot of attacks like that. And also he has the other thing that he did in the first phase. Targeting one guy and shooting a laser. We'll have to watch out for that. Stop dizzy heels of the wicked. Defuse off the bones of the blade. Brute Justice transformed. 22 sectors tested. Fragments in one direction. Celestial noise detected. Delirium unsuspected. Static tuned into reason. Time in the ether deepens. Transmissions link uncompleted. 72323 send. Damn. We were supposed to group up on that, guys. I guess it was my fault. Well, it'd be a shame if no one died to that attack, right? I guess I was the one that died. It wasn't my fault, though. That's like an untelegraphed stack marker or something. That double laser is something that everyone is supposed to share. It's a cleave or whatever. Alright, battle's over. And I knew what I was doing, too. Well, I say that, but I guess I should have grouped up with everyone. We still won, though. At least we grouped together for the group shot. Everyone just knows to face the other way when it explodes. Was that Tataru helping us the entire time? I had no idea. They had fun with this one. They had fun with making people feel like they really did something extraordinary at the end of this raid here. A little bit meta, fourth wall breaky, but I like it. The second core, I do believe. Once that's out of commission, Alexander won't be going anywhere. Diane, with that I could see you just once more. Farewell, my love. Back so soon after we kicked your ass? You. The way they kind of land is, well, it's very goblin-like. Too frightened to face us alone, I see. Not that I blame you. We all know what Komoi did to you last time. We blew him up. Pishkar, to usher in future that has been writ, even strongest Gabi must sometimes pretend to be weak, and let enemies win. How did that help you in any way? It sounds like you're just following a script. And it doesn't actually mean anything. It doesn't further your plot in any way to be defeated by us. You could have just let us go through. Oh, pretending, were you? And I suppose losing this core was all part of your plan. Don't make me laugh. You know as much about the future as we do. Quick Thinks knows all. That's in his name, all thoughts. I guess. For example, Quick Thinks knows one among Uplanders carries true fragment of Enigma Codex. It seems the game is up, Biggs. There's no hiding the truth from Quick Thinks. Very well, I admit it. I have the fragment. But I won't be handing it over to the likes of you. Oi, Wedge, didn't you hear him? He knows all. Which means he knows that what you're carrying is a worthless rock, while I've got the genuine article tucked away in me small clothes. They like the sound of his small clothes. It seems like they don't know everything, after all. Maybe they just don't know what Quick Thinks knows. Pishkar, Quick Thinks already knows conclusion of Uplander's childish games. He's coming for me. What's he waiting for? Long ago was outcome decided. Uplanders think they are victorious, but luck is no friend to them today. What? And now Enigma Codex belongs to Illuminati. All pieces fall into our hands. Okay, maybe he does know everything. So I guess losing to us in battle was just RNG manipulation? So that rock would drop exactly there? You somehow had to lose back in floor 3 of this tier to make that happen, and everything else you did? Okay. Far as I can make out, things in good working order. No damage, no signs of tampering. I can only think it was an energy fluctuation that did it. Just bad luck. Yeah, an energy fluctuation all the way from floor 3, when we fought him. It somehow made its way over here. Bad luck? You're saying it was pure chance that the platform stopped at that exact moment? Then what about Quick Thinks? There's no way he could have predicted something like that. The odds would be infinitesimal. Well, however he did it, the fact remains that he did. But that doesn't mean we have to stand for it. When someone takes something from you, you just have to take it back. Komori agrees with that line of logic. When someone bullies you, you just have to bully them back harder. So this would be like our, again, I mentioned this in the last tier of the Alexander raids, our group photo shot area or something. Just like the Bahamut raids, they give you an area after you clear the raid the first time too. Just kind of stand around in, I guess also for the cutscene, but also just so that players have a physical location that they can vie to reach or something by clearing the raid. Something like that. They don't always do this. I think they stopped doing this in later raids, but it's nice to have like this trophy room or whatever. Even if there wasn't much to look at compared to the Bahamut raids. Oh well. What a bunch of bleeding dolts. Why didn't we just leave the fragment here with Backricks? Well, then they would just like storm our gates, right? I think. Still, we did do one thing right, I suppose. A second core is out of action, and that primal is going nowhere. Try as I might, I cannot think of a logical explanation for what happened back there. Not only did the platforms malfunction at precisely the right moment, but QuickSync was the only one that didn't. On the only one that didn't. And it just happened to be in exactly the right place to catch the codex fragment. Do you know how difficult it would be to orchestrate something like that, much less predict it? Forgive me. Do my incompetence the Illuminati have all they need to control Alexander? Though the beast is now immobile, I cannot help but feel that matters are worse. Nor do our troubles end here. In our absence, Backricks seems to have taken leave of his senses. Well, he still seems to be here at his usual spot. Pishkaw, do Uplanders forget something? Matters are too urgent for such foolish doings. I'm realizing with the sun rising, it's no longer raining. Great. What? Tongue flaps of Uplander make Backricks almost to laugh. Uplander claims already to have stopped core, and lost fragment to QuickThinks. Pishkaw, look here Uplander. Backricks has brain case like steel trap, catching all heard things, all seen things, and he saw Uplanders leave but few moments ago. Pishkaw, Backricks senses something is amiss. What, you mean into the raid? I mean, we did have really high DPS, so I guess we were in and out pretty quick. I guess he's not talking about that, though. The gob in the machine. Pishkaw, Backricks is certain that Uplanders left for Metal Giant only moments before returning. He watches Uplanders disappear over horizon with own two eyes. But it is impossible to return so soon if Uplander's tale is true. Why Treasure Hunter also makes such claims, Backricks does not know. Go Uplander, trade tongue flaps with Mide, and together think of explanation. Backricks senses danger looming in future. Uplander is welcome to view any data she thinks might help prevent it. No thanks. That's the same, and this is new. Have you been able to make any sense of Backricks' account? According to his version of events, he would scarcely have had time to reach the core. Much less shut it down. But we were all there. We all know what happened. Then Backricks is lying. He's a lying liar. A filthy, gobby liar. Are you sure he's not just confused? Maybe he's got lost in all that data of his, and forgot the time. I'm afraid not. That is, unless the goblin standing watch near Alexander was also confused. His reports corroborate. Backricks is. No. Something else is going on here. I'm certain of it. The question is, what? If we assume for a moment that the goblin's accounts are true, then hardly any time has passed since we entered the barrier around Alexander. Really, really high DPS. Time stopped. Impossible. Impossible? You mean like Quick Think's predicting exactly what was going to happen in the core room? I hate to say it, but maybe he wasn't talking out of his eyes. If time doesn't work the same in there, maybe he saw the future. There may be another explanation for that. There is a device deep within Alexander, capable of performing complex mathematical calculations. It is not outside the realm of possibility that it could be used to predict the outcome of simple events. How simple? Because by Wedge's account it was very, very complicated. Like calculating the drop of a die, or much more complicated than that. Using mathematics to predict the future. Now even if I could believe that, it wouldn't explain this business with Beckrix. Diggs is right. Perhaps the presence of the primal somehow disrupted the flow of time within the barrier. It's only a theory, of course, and a far-fetched one at that, but it might go some way towards explaining recent events. To be clear, you're implying that the Illuminati are aware of this temporal disruption, and have been using it to somehow gaze into the future? Very well. If you are willing to accept that, why not go further? Might it not be the case that they have found a way to bend time to their will? By moving back and forth in time, the Illuminati could effectively manipulate the present however they saw fit. They would ever remain one step ahead of us, our every effort doomed to fail from the first. Now, that's a sobering theory. But it's still only a theory, right? There's no point panicking just yet. Wedge, give the Chief a call on your link pearl. Why don't you? If anyone knows how to untangle this knot, it's him. The Gordian knot, or something, I guess. Chief, it's me. It's about Alexander. We've noticed something strange about time inside the portal. Or inside the primal. What? No, not our time inside the primal, the time. I mean time itself. Chief, it might be best if you just came here. Aye aye. We'll await your arrival. And so we wait, I guess. The Chief says he's on his way, and I think I heard Ishtola's voice on the other end as well. She kept asking him what I was talking about. I've heard some strange things in my time, but this might well top the lot. Just thinking about it gives me a sore head. No sense racking our brains over it, though. The Chief will only end up proving us wrong. And it's raining. I can't believe this. It stopped raining for like 1 Eorzean cycle, 8 Eorzean hours. I don't understand. I mean, it's just the weather, right? Whatever. It seems like only yesterday that Roundrocks and I spent a few happy hours here sorting through her collection of treasures. How did things come to this? And we wait. Well, I'm glad it stopped raining for the cutscene. Is that a heated debate I hear? Boys, you started without me. Now, what was that you were saying over the link pearl? Something about running out of time. Zed insisted that I accompany him, so I would have come even if he had not. Matters have taken a turn for the worse, I gather. Oh, right on time. You can say that again. Everyone stop nodding at each other and start running. The etheric fluctuations are akin to those I observed shortly before the Primal's awakening. In the absence of a functioning core, its form is dissipating, albeit slowly. Y'shtola, would you mind lending me your goggles for a moment? It can't hurt to have a second opinion. Right, the goggles on her arm. The very useful goggles for Y'shtola's eyes. I guess she doesn't need them anymore, she can just use her normal eyes. It's what she always sees, I guess. What in the seven hells? The aether pouring from the Primal is flowing backwards, as if time were passing in reverse. That cannot be. Such a phenomenon is wholly without precedent. Knowing so little of this Primal's capabilities, however, it would be remiss to discount the possibility outright. If it is as we fear, then at this very moment, Alexander could be undoing our efforts to shut down its cores. All of our labors will have been for naught. Ah, the treasure hunter of whom we have heard so much. Oh, is this your first time meeting? You seem unperturbed by our outlandish speculations. Was this perchance the subject of Wedge's communication? Gods help us. If there is any truth to this, it won't matter how many cores we disable. The Illuminati will simply undo any damage we cause. And how does that make sense, like, from an energy consumption preservation standpoint? The law of thermodynamics and all that. You're spending energy to reverse time, right? And to do that, by doing that, you reactivate the cores to get your energy back. But that energy to reverse time had to come from somewhere, right? Which I guess was the core in the top, but you're spending energy to make energy, so you're getting more energy than you started with? But I guess if you're playing with time, that's a much more complicated thing that I can't even begin to comprehend. It would take someone with a much more clear knowledge of, I guess, gravity, quantum mechanics, things like that, the speed of light or something. All of that plays a part. Or it doesn't, I don't know. Anyway, Sid probably knows. Or he doesn't. Then what do we do, Chief? How do we even begin to fight something like that? To erase the past, to return to a clean slate. Could Diane have known? The cone, it's nearly complete. Or is it? So where would this control room be? The head? Kishkar, preparations for restoration of Enigma Codex are complete. Calculations show margin of error for future readings is 0.03%. Kishkar, foolish Gabi, when future is decided, there is no error. There is no failure. Listen well, chosen of Illuminati. At last all pieces are in place. No longer must wise suffer foolishness of unwise. All pieces, huh? It seems like you're missing a few pieces. Time is come to backstrike. Inferiors will make way for perfect world or die. Now, restore Enigma Codex. Or wait, was the one piece that we had like a very condensed? I guess that was the last piece. Incredible. This is bad, right? It has the cores, it has all the ether, it has round rocks, it has the Enigma Codex. They're done. They have everything. Pishkar. Now is Alexander Illuminati's to control. Soon will cores disabled by Uplanders be disabled no longer. Okay, I guess it still takes some time to reverse time, however that makes sense. Reverse time. Once power flows to third core, Alexander will be fully operational, and with third core will its true potential awaken. Wings of time will unfurl, and all of history will be at mercy of Illuminati. Chosen ones will amend mistakes of past, and reshape world into perfection. Ishkar, at last, prophecies of Enigma Codex will be fulfilled. And Quick thinks all thoughts will rule as king of new world, of correct world. Chosen ones, menders of history, be proud to serve as builders of this paradise. They're the real deal. They're funny goblins, sure, but they're about to end the world. We gotta take this seriously. The music is very serious too. Seems we have more questions than answers where this primal's concerned. If the Illuminati really can see into the future, does that mean they already know what we're going to do next? We don't have the luxury of time to plan our next step. We must rescue Round Rocks without delay, for her sake, and ours. Ishtola and the Chief have returned to Matoya's cave. Don't worry, between them they're sure to find the answer to our problems. If it isn't waiting on a shelf in the Charlian Annals, it'll be in some forgotten corner of the Chief's brain, you mark my words. And the next time we meet Quickthings, we'll be ready for him. So what? We're just supposed to go off and do other things? While the world's about to end? I guess so. Adventurer, there is something I would like to discuss with you. But mayhap it would be best to wait until we are safely back at the short stop. I'll see you there. Seems like the eyes went off for Alexander, I guess because we turned off the core. But it's reversing time, so those eyes will be back on in a moment. Or however long it takes for me to start the quest for the next tier of raids. Of course, there's no rush to do that, but it feels like the world is about to end. No definite time, though. No time window. Not a rain in these cutscenes. I'm glad that the other ones just kind of negated the rain, but still kind of peeved off at all this rain this episode. I suppose I should start by apologizing. For everything. Were it not for me, the Illuminati would never have summoned that infernal machine, or gained the means to control it. And now Quickthings possesses the power to manipulate time, to foresee the future and erase the past. I dare not think how he will use it. Returning the cores to their former state was but a foretaste. When all three are active, and Alexander can traverse both time and space, nothing will stand between the Illuminati and their twisted utopia. We cannot let it come to that, Komoi. Somehow, we must find a way to stop them. But first, we must rescue Roundrocks. Of all the innocent victims in this sorry tale, her plight pains me the most. The shortstop just isn't the same without her. I hope someone will keep her treasure safe until she returns. Yeah, maybe someone standing right here could move them out of the rain. I guess not. Well, we'll be here until next time. Or we won't be here. Things will be here waiting for us until next time. This quest is going to be waiting here until next time. We could take it on immediately if I really wanted to save the world from Alexander's threat. But I am committed to doing things in order. I was kind of curious about what she said though, or what Wedge said. Are Wedge and... not Wedge, Sid and Ishtola actually hanging out in Matoya's cave in between episodes? Or between raids? Is that where their NPC models just kind of hang around? Am I? Oh, it's up above us. It's on the ground level, but the ground level is up above us. Right. And Matoya's cave is right there. I mean, Ishtola has other things to do. Sid doesn't. Ishtola is involved in like every other side plot that we have going on, and the main plot. Sid and the rest of these guys, Biggs and Wedge, are free to hang out here, but... no, it doesn't seem like their characters are actually hanging out here. I guess that was just like flavor text saying what they're doing in between the raids. What do? You just walk around. Why does this NPC just walk around the cave? What does he get up to? I have to know. Ah, I see. He walks over by these barrels and then looks at them. Well, I'm glad I found out. Anyway, I'm basically just killing time at this point. What is the next episode anyway? Wait, are we done? We did the raid, we did the side dungeons. We did like the rank up quests, our usual rounds. We're not ready for another round of rank up quests. And even if we were, I wouldn't want to cram them so close together. We even did the level 50 to 60 quest for the Summoner, so all of my jobs are up to level 60 in terms of the job quests. What else do we do in between patches? I guess that's it. I think we're ready for the next patch. Unless I happen to remember something in between this episode and the next. Wouldn't put it past me, but I think with Alexander done, we can return to the whatever it's called. The Forgotten Night? The Forgotten Night is the name of the bar, and there's like a different name for the actual inn attached to the bar, but I just call the attached inn the Forgotten Night. Well, Komori can't handle Alexander or the main story quest while she's sleep deprived, so it's back to the inn for her. Guess I'll just tuck her into bed. Or maybe, no, we're not going to do that. She just can't sleep knowing that Alexander is out there, ready to destroy the world at any moment. She's just going to sit here, waiting, until Alexander comes calling, or someone knows what to do about Alexander. Maybe Sid or Ishtola, like Wedge said. She's not going to put any thought into it herself. She's just going to wait until someone else comes up with a solution before her. That, or Alphinaud or Tataru is going to come calling, asking her to get her ass back on the main quest. It's going to be that, but she doesn't know it yet. Now would be a good time to take a break.